Good morning, everybody. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this gets all the way through all 40 minutes or whatever this video ends up being, because my app doesn't work, so I'm going straight through the Facebook feed, and when I've done that in the past, I only get like 10 minutes. So I don't know what's wrong with the app. I even turned the phone off and turned the phone on after updating, because you know how computers are. You have to turn them off to get them to work a lot of times. I was like going nuts. Of course, I didn't figure this out until 1 minute before I went live. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining me at 10:15 instead of 10 o'clock as advertised. Welcome. And the worst part about all this is I'd made a fresh cup of coffee right before thinking I was going live at 10, and now it's getting cold. Shoot, huh? Good morning, Karen. Hi, Connie. Hi, Linda. Linda's already sharing. Yes, for sharing today, I am going to give away on Monday, because today is Friday. So on Monday, I'll give away the 2 cards along with some really pretty ribbon. And this ribbon is called Braided Burlap Trim. And it's part of the Tropical Oasis product suite. So we're going to be using it on the card, and then my Spring Fling is coming up, and we're going to make a Tropical Oasis card at Spring Fling too, and so we'll use the ribbon there as well. Good morning. Hi, Carol. Hello, Jean. Hello, Deb. Welcome. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you being here, and I apologize for the time. That was kind of crazy. But we're going to make 2 cards, and this is the card we're going to make, and it's really pretty. I designed it for my top 10 demonstrators in January sales. So I gave this card out last night at our demonstrator meeting, and it was great. They loved it. Of course, you know, in Minnesota, any kind of a burst of bright yellows and greens is kind of a shock to the system, because we're so used to seeing white and brown. Oh, I guess the pine trees have a little green on them. Good morning, good morning, welcome. All right, so I have a couple cards to share that I got in the mail or delivered to me personally. I know you're gonna look at this card and go, what? How did she do that? I don't know. It's not a card that I could ever possibly make on my own without somebody sitting right next to me and telling me exactly where to cut and where to glue. So don't ask me how to do it. However, it knocked my socks off, and I did a little happy dance when I got it, and I was kind of dancing around the kitchen, and I immediately sent her an email. So thank you to Grace Ballfans. She's one of my downline members, lives up in Park Rapids, Minnesota. So if you need a demonstrator up in that area, be sure to look her up. But she gave me this darling card that uses, I don't know if it's the versatile vases or the varied vases, but it's that stamp set, and it coordinates with that vases punch. And our creative challenge for my downline this past month was to use a card with flowers in. And then we do a drawing at the end of the month, and the winner wins a stamp set. Well, Grace made this super cute card and put it on our Facebook page. Of course, she had to do a video with it because it's one of those cards that you can't appreciate unless you see it in motion. And then we were all like going crazy over this. And then I got it in my mailbox. She said it was a late birthday card. So, but here it is. So she had it all tied up. It's just a cute little card. It's probably about, I don't know, let me measure it. Yes, it is 4 inches square. So had a little cute tie on, and very cute. The front is just very cute all by itself. You don't have to do anything else. I would have been completely thrilled and happy to get this card just the way it is. But no, not great. She's got to go above and beyond. So let me show you this amazing card. Are you ready? Get ready. Hang on to your seats. Here it is. Is that crazy? I can't even believe it. Yeah. So I'll do it again. a pretty amazing card. Would you not agree? Oh yeah, so if you have some hearts to share, I'm sure Grace would love to see a few hearts if she's watching. Oh, such a darling downline member. She's just like this little thing, you know. I'm in my late 50s. She's like 25 or something ridiculous like that. So she does a lot of crafting when her kids are napping. So, or actually, I think she told me one time her kids don't nap, so she creates on the run. But what a pretty card. So I'm so blessed by my downline members. Then another card I got from a downline member, and she topped it off. She topped it off with Caribou gift cards. Not one, but two. So I will be well stocked on coffee. So thank you, Married Smallage. You're just a sweetheart. So Mary Smallage sent me a beautiful card, and I love it. So I'm going to share it with you today. It uses the lily pad dies and the lovely lily stamp set. So these are celebration items that you can get through Stampin' Up. It also uses that tile, kind of like a, I don't know, it sort of looks like a paved walkway, like you'd see something like this over in Europe. Not so much in Minnesota, but it's really pretty. So I'm going to share it with you. And she didn't even write on the inside in case I wanted to send it to a customer or reuse it. So here it is. It's really gorgeous, and Highland Heather and these other really pretty purpley colors. Hopefully you're seeing this good. And then I'll share the inside of it with you. There's the inside. So again, I'm so blessed by my downline members. Both of these cards are from downline members. So gorgeous. Oh, Elaine's saying, Kate, learn to do Grace's card. I don't think so, Elaine. That's just not my cup of tea. It's not my thing. So you're sweet to say that though, but I know my limitations, and it's not making fancy cards. Well, I like fancy cards. I like getting them, but I don't like to make them. All right. Let me go ahead and share with you. What was I going to? Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sorry. I really need to run into the other room. So I promise, but I put this on YouTube. I'll cut this little part out where I'm running to the other room. But those of you that are live, just stay patient with me, because this will be worth the wait. And I can't believe I didn't bring it out here. I think I was so flustered. Well, that's not even a good excuse. Anyway, let me run and get it. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you. But I have to share this card with you because remember last week, I think it was a week ago this past Tuesday, I did a Facebook Live and I used the beautifully braided bundle. So if you guys watched that, or if you caught it on YouTube, or I actually posted it on my blog, stampingtoshare.com, 2 days ago. And I actually put the picture up there, but my downline and I did a swap last night, and we were to use a bundle. That's either a celebration kind of bundle or a spring mini catalog bundle. And I want to share with you the swap that I did using this beautiful stamp set called Beautifully Braided. And I just love it. In fact, when I was taking pictures of it, I have to erase this. Excuse me. When I was taking pictures of it, I kind of clenched it closed with some removable tape. So I was just taking that off. But anyway, here's the card. And it's so pretty. So my downline members got that as their swap from me last night. And I love how it turned out. So you guys remember how I was showing you that you can use your markers? And I think I was using the fatter end for the markers for the flower, or for these ginkgo leaves where I was coloring them in. Well, this time I used the thin end, and I just put little, just like barely touched it into the ginkgo leaves. And look how pretty that turned out. And then I also, in addition to the braiding down here, and this is just a Whisper White panel down here, I just added the little stamped piece right here, and then I threaded some lovely lipstick ribbon through that bottom part. So this was just such a fun card to make. I just really love how it turned out. And then notice the happy birthday. This is so easy. It's a stamp set called Label Me Bold. And this Label Me Bold stamp set is awesome because it's so easy. So you stamp the big bold label and then you just trim it out with your paper snips. And you can put it up on mini dimensionals because it's perfectly sized for mini dimensionals, and you can add it to any card. And I just really, really love it. So if you haven't had a chance to look at the Label Me Bold stamp set, you might want to do that. So anyway, I love it. I had to share it with you because I just thought it turned out so good. So you might want to know what colors I used, since I'm not doing a PDF on this, because I did a PDF on the other one, which this is just different colors, but it's basically the same card. I used for the card base, this is the inside. For the card base, I used Highland Heather, and then the little frame that you see around here is Lovely Lipstick. And then the top panel that I did the stamping of the ginkgo in, that is Purple Posy. And then I have my braiding down here in Whisper White. And then the ink is Highland Heather on top of the Purple Posy. And it just turned out so super. And then this is also Lovely Lipstick. I stamped that in Lovely Lipstick. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy seeing that because it just really was fun to do. And like I said, I'm not going to actually do this one as a Facebook Live because I already showed you how to make this card. So you just have to substitute different colors. But if you want to actually see the card and maybe save it into a folder on your computer, you can find it in my latest blog post. I think I posted it 2 days ago. And it's at my blog, www.stampingtoshare.com. All right, so let us flip this down, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. So if you're already a demonstrator, this is going to be old news, but if you're thinking about joining Stampin' Up!, it's good news. So let me flip it down and we'll chit-chat. All right, so the reason I want to share the starter kit with you today is because I don't often talk about it that much, and I want to share it with you because the card we're making today uses the Tropical Oasis product suite. And I happened to notice when I was prepping for my Facebook Live that the entire bundle is $116 to get everything. So let me show you what's included in everything. So it includes, which I would be showing you this anyway, because we're making the card with this stuff today. So we've got the Timeless Tropical Stamp Set and then the framelets that go with it. And that together is considered a bundle. And so that comes with the Oasis Suite. And all of these Making Memories and More cards come with it. So they have some, so this is great if you do scrapbooking, but even if you don't do scrapbooking, it makes some pretty cute cards and note cards. So it's all this beautiful paper that comes with this gorgeous bundle. I love this one. Look at all these flamingos hiding in those big palm leaves. That looks so cool. So I have to look at this today because it's just dreary outside again. I love this. I love all of these. And this just makes me happy seeing all of these bright colors. See, the best is yet to come. Winter will someday be over. Oh, I shouldn't even say that because I do enjoy winter. But sometimes it does get a little wearing. And so just really fun cards. This is, I think this means thank you in Hawaiian. So that's kind of fun. Look at bananas, all these fun little different cards. Love them. So that's the Memories and More card kit that comes with the Oasis bundle. And you also get the Stays On Saddle Brown ink pad along with the Stays On Saddle Brown ink refill. The pad is $10. The refill is $7. That comes as part of your bundle. Now, it won't come until the end of March, I believe, because this is on back order right now, but you'll eventually get it. I haven't even opened mine up yet, so I really haven't missed it too much. You'll also get the Coastal, what else is in that bundle? Let's see. It's called the Coastal Weave Embossing Folder, and I used it on my card. See, it's just gorgeous. So that's part of the Oasis suite. And this fabulous braided trim ribbon, which I'm doing as my giveaway when you share or comment on this video. That's part of that Tropical Oasis suite. And the designer series paper, so it's 12 by 12 designer series paper, and that's part of the suite. And the suite just goes on, and it's only $116. So here's the other one. So these are the Tropical Oasis trinkets, and they're really cute. So for $116, if you are planning on staying a customer, you would get 2 free celebration items at the $50 spend, or 1 free celebration item at a $100 spend. However, if you thought about adding this all in and getting this all in your starter kit, you would just need to add a little bit more. So for $99, you get $125 in product that you get to pick, so you could put your Oasis suite in there. And then if you'll notice, I did these cute little self-adhesive rhinestones, or not rhinestones, self-adhesive sequins. So you could add that, and that's $7. So then you would be at $123, and you could just call that good. If you were really wanting to get to exactly $125, don't put these into your starter kit, but put in these really cute little baking cups that you can use as cute little treat giveaways. And so that's $9. So then you'd be at exactly $125 for your starter kit. So I love that you can get the whole Tropical Oasis bundle, plus you can make it exactly $125 or do $123 if you want to create this card exactly. And then, so that's a good deal, right? $125 for $99. But no, Stampin' Up! Makes it even better. They throw in a paper pumpkin kit, so that's pretty cool. They throw in a mini trimmer. Super cute. It's great for those little tiny labels and tags and evening up the edges on your card. Love it. Perfect for 6x6 paper. They also throw in a whole sampler pack of 6x6 paper. 48 pages, and it's gorgeous. That will keep you busy for a while. And they also give you a stamp set of your choice from any current catalog for free. And if it were me, I would pick the Tropical Chic, because guess what? It coordinates with everything in this Tropical Oasis product suite. So you'd have 2 stamp sets that would work really good with the paper and with all of the different supplies. So I'd probably get this. And that's $22. And that would be completely free as an add-on to your starter kit. And so your starter kit would actually be $200 in products plus whatever you would pick as your add-on. So this would be $222 if you choose to get the Tropical Chic starter, or the Tropical Chic add-on. So it's pretty fun. And then you also get business supplies, and who couldn't use more catalogs? I just love cutting them up and doing all kinds of things with them and passing them out to my friends. My friends love getting their Stampin' Up! Catalogs, and I often get thank you letters from customers and telling me how much they enjoy the catalog, so I know you do too. So that is the starter kit, and it's a very good special only through March 31st. So consider it, and if you're interested in joining my team, just contact me and we'll get you all started. All right, so let's go ahead and get rolling on this card. I am going to share with you how to make this beautiful card. I'm going to do 2 of them, and we'll give away 2 on Monday. So what are we starting with? We're starting with some Pear Pizzazz paper. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And so I love that. And what we're going to do next is add the inside panel, because it's super easy and we're just going to get it out of the way. So the inside panel are 2 pieces of Whisper White 4 by 5 1/4. And then on the inside, I went ahead and I added some coordinating designer series paper from the designer series paper in the Tropical Oasis pack. And I have a strip down each side on the left side, 3/4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I just glued that in. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. The only stamping on this card is on the inside panel. So I'm going to use the coordinating color that goes with the Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper. And it is, oh my gosh, it's not a coordinating color. Okay then, well I used terracotta tile and I thought it coordinated, but it doesn't. So the coordinating colors, in case you're curious, are Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Grapefruit Grove, Mango Melody, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, Pool Party, Pretty Peacock, Royal Red, Soft Suede, So Saffron, and Whisper White. Well, for heaven's sakes, I was seeing terracotta tile in there, and I just assumed it was a coordinating color. But you know what? We're going to use it because I know it coordinates. It looks great. All right, so I'm going to open this up, and we're going to take our Rest and Relax, You Deserve It, and we're going to stamp that right there and right here. Now, since we are doing a pineapple on the outside, I thought it would be kind of fun to do a pineapple on the inside, but the reverse side is this funky paper here. So both of them work. I think this is a little more restful and relaxing, but this one, uh-oh. Did you see I have a little bit of a light look? See, I didn't stamp it perfectly, so I'm going to show you how I fix that. It's a sneaky little way of fixing things. So I'm going to take my terracotta tile marker that you can purchase as a 5-pack to match all of the in colors. I'm going to take the really, really fine end. Oh, and of course, I'll probably be a little shaky because I'm on video, but normally I'm not. And I'm just going to go like this, because that is going to just darken that up the tiniest bit. And now we have it all fixed. So that was easy enough. So sometimes markers come in really handy for fixing things where, you know, maybe you were stamping a little fast, which I was doing, and I just didn't press down evenly. So I'll put that marker aside. I love it sometimes when I make mistakes, because then I can show you guys how I fix them. All right, so now we're gonna, actually, we're not putting this aside. We are going to put this into our card. So I'm just gonna go like that. And now we are going to put these on the inside panel of our Pear Pizzazz card. Jean says it was a great tip with the marker. She'd have never thought of doing that. And Elaine says, oh, she does that too. And Deb is telling me that the Saddle Brown ink pad will actually be available on March 2nd. So yay, that's great news. Hooray. All right, so now I'm going to share with you the next thing that I did is I took 2 pieces of Early Espresso paper. I cut them at 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and I ran them through my die cutting embossing machine, and I used this awesome Coastal Weave embossing folder. So it's a 3D folder, so it's really nice and thick, and it gives a really good impression. Probably kind of hard to see. I should show it over here on the camera, but it looks awesome in real life. So what we're going to do is flip that over, and we're going to put that down with glue. There's probably really not a front or a back on this, and I ran both sheets through at the same time and had no problem, and they both look great. So we're going to center this in right in the center of our card. Just wiggle that into place so that all 4 borders are nice and even. Whoops. I pushed it a little bit hard. There we go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And set this in. And it looks great. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm also going to share with you, oh, where did they go? Here they are. I'm going to share with you, and I have them all set aside. I did this in advance, but oh my gosh, you guys, guess what else I got for my birthday? I have to show this to you. I forgot to show it to you. So one of my downline members was in Egypt, and she picked up a camel folder, a camel bone folder. Oh my goodness, I have to bring this up so you can see it really close. It is so fantastic. So you've got all your camels going along here. And then it's really a super sharp tip. And you know what it works great with? Because it's got such a skinny tip, you can take it with your little pineapple cutout, and it's so easy to get in there and flip those edges up because it's such a skinny little tip. So thank you so much, Stacy Kratz, for bringing home a souvenir from your trip to Egypt and then sharing it with me. I was just so pleased and I love it. So thank you so much. So again, Stacy's one of my downline members and we just get along great. All right, so we have our pineapple cutouts. These are in Daffodil Delight. And then I went ahead now, you know, it's so much fun to make those leaves a little bit texturized. That, of course, I did them both before I could even show you on camera because it was just so much fun to do. And then I have the Aloha cutouts, and I have these in terracotta tile. So you could do those in any contrasting color, just so they show up on the early espresso. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move all of these things off to the side here. And we're going to put our pineapples down. So I'm going to flip them over, and I have this kind of ready in advance here, but I'm going to use the, take your pick tool, this little picky part here. And I went ahead and I cut some mini dimensionals in half. So I'm going to just grab a few of those and put them on my pineapple. Because if you cut the mini dimensionals in half, it works great to pop that pineapple up because they're just the right size. And we don't need too many of them. So I'll probably put like 4 on each one. And they fit real nice. So maybe one more over here. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just adding like 4 little half-size dimensionals onto each of these pineapple cutouts. And what I did is I just took my scissors and just sliced up into my mini dimensionals. So kind of fun. Kind of something different for making this pop up and just look more accentuated on your card. Oops, that one doesn't want to come up. Maybe I didn't slice all the way through. Hold on. Find a different one. Well, hold on. I was doing so good with the first pineapple cutout. Here we go. I must have not sliced all the way up. But I've got some good ones coming now, so it won't be long, I promise. And one more. I don't know how anybody survives without a little piercing tool or a take your pick tool because my fingers just totally get in the way. And I find these little tools so handy. So now what we're going to do is just peel off these little dimensionals, the little peelies here. And then we're going to set this on the bottom left-hand side of our card. Pretty close to the bottom. I mean, just a little small layer of early espresso showing through. Do the same thing to the other card. Yvonne's telling me she absolutely loves the pineapple dye. So do I. And I really love it this time of year. I'm probably, you know, I am actually going to Hawaii, but it's going to be in the summertime. But it would be, so this is the only way I can get there in the wintertime is getting these dyes out and kind of pretending as I'm crafting in my room. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing here, but I can use full-size mini dimensionals. So again, I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and we'll just pop a couple of these on. And you only probably need about 2 just to get that sort of popped up. Again, we'll take the peelies off. I love this time when I can sit here and look at what you guys are all commenting on. So thank you for all your kind comments. So Elizabeth's telling me she loves the embossing folder. Yes, it does look great with the pineapple, I agree. So now we're going to take this pineapple topper and set this in right here. There we go. Do the same thing here. Set that in. And I use pear pizzazz on these because it matched so well with the outer border. But when I was making my first sample, I used Old Olive. But if you don't have pear pizzazz, I think Old Olive would be another color that would work great. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use that awesome braided trim here. So I need to get out my silicone craft sheet, and we are going, so one thing that I learned doing this, let me get everything cut, is you want to make sure you have your, so let me just cut all these first. You want to make sure that you get your glue all the way down, because I'm going to show you what else you can do with this trim. So let me just cut a little piece here and I'll show you. So when you put this trim down, you want to make sure your adhesive is all the way to the edges, because if it's not to the edges, what's going to happen is it's going to start unraveling. So this is a really fun look, and it works really appropriately on some cards. So for Spring Fling, which is coming up for my customers, we're going to unravel some of this and put it with the, oh, what's that Lighthouse bundle in the regular catalog. Anyway, it looks really awesome. It kind of looks like, you know, a net or something in the background. It looks really cool, especially with your nautical cards. So if you don't have your braided trim really well adhered to the card, you're going to find that it may unravel. So the key is just go ahead, grab your snail. I like to start in the middle, and then I'm bringing it all the way to the edge, because the last time I was trying to conserve a little bit on snail, and then I found that some of them were unraveling, so you don't want that. So then what you do is you take this, and you're going to just set it here in the corner like this. And press it down really, really well. Burnish it well. So we're going to do the same thing here 3 more times. I have to flip it around and do it from the other side because I can't do it too far up. There we go. So there's another one. We're going to set this in, and this time we're going to you want to make sure that you have the same size triangle on the top as you do on the bottom. So you're going to go underneath the leaves a little bit and just try to make sure that you have the angle about the same. That looks great. And now we're going to do the same thing to our other card. So let me grab the snail. We're going to flip this around. And now we're going to just do the exact same thing here. So that's going to go there. And just try to make sure again that you have a, I don't know much about geometry, but you want to make sure that triangle is, I don't know, is it like 90 degrees or something? You want it to look nice and triangular. And then, oh no, where did my other one go? Here it is. And I'm being very generous with the snail. And I'll show you why on my original sample. So I learned from my mistakes. Let me get this little leaf up here. There we go. So that looks good. So I'm going to show you on my original card, I didn't quite have enough snail all the way down, and I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't think it was really that big of a deal. Well, as people handle the card and you're looking at it, it does start to unravel a little bit. So you want to make sure that everything is well burnished and that snail is all the way to the edges. Then just flip it over and take your scissors, and you're just going to trim even with that edge. I'm going to do the same thing here. there we go. Whoops, we got one more. Almost missed it. Do the same thing for this card. Flip it over and do some trimming. I'm still kind of upset about my coffee getting cold. I'll just reheat it when this is all done. Here we go. All right, so we're going to take all these little pieces and just chuck them into the wastebasket. Now we have to put our Aloha on here and add the cutest little touches of our self-adhesive sequins. So to do the Aloha, what we want to do is, you can do this with snail, or you can do it with glue, or you can do it with a sponge. I probably should use a sponge. Let me jump across the room here. So I've got a little sponge. Here's my little sponge. I'm going to take some glue, put this off in the corner, and we're just going to ink, or just put glue on the end of your sponge and then press it right onto your Aloha, and then it's ready to go on your cards. So we're going to set this at an angle right above the ribbon. Do you guys know I have 2 downline members in Hawaii? And when I go there this summer, I'm so excited to see them. I'm actually flying over to Honolulu from Maui so we can get together for a brunch. So I'm so excited. I've met one in person before, but I haven't met the other. So Gloria and Carol, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in Hawaii. All right, and so our card is almost done, but we're going to add the finishing touches here. And that would be, I took the self-adhesive sequins, and I've got some here, and this is kind of, I don't know, it's sort of a pear pizzazz color. Maybe it's a mint macaron, but it looks great. So we're going to use the take your pick tool, but this time we're going to use the other end where the little putty end is. Just going to go in there, and we're going to pull those off, and we're just going to kind of hide one up here sort of in the leaves, and then we're going to take this one and we're going to put it, I don't know, kind of down here, sort of half on, half off. So let me do the same thing to this card over here. Kind of hide one up here by the leaves, and then one down here in this corner. And then we'll just add a few more. So we're going to put 5 total on the card. I'm going to add another one here, kind of under this leaf, just so that they're kind of peeking out. It adds so much to the cards. And then one right here, and another one right here, and then one more here, I think about right there. That looks good. There we go. So we have our cards complete. What do you guys think about them? Aren't they pretty? Oh, such a pretty, bright, springy card. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. It was great having you here, and I really do hope you will consider becoming a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! If you have a long wish list. My goodness, now is the time. And we'll talk to you soon, and please don't hesitate to get in touch with me if you'd like more information about starting with Stampin' Up! We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.